This set retails at $40 and includes one heck of a lot of stickers, but nonetheless, let's have a quick look and jump right into it. So this is the box that you get with your set. I think they did a pretty good job with the box art both in the front and the back, highlighting some nice and cheesy scenes from Kamino in the movie. It also shows you some of the play features that the set has to offer, but let's have a look at and see what's actually inside the box. So with the set, you get 3 bags, 1 instructions manual, and a sticker sheet. Now, let's have a look at the actual set itself, which is this Jedi Starfighter. All in all, I'd say this is a pretty solid build. I like the form of it. I think it looks aggressive and sharp, and it has great swooshability, and that's also supported by how firm and strongly this build is, especially because the wings here are attached with 2 pins that you can just slide back in here, and it really just gives this build great strength and durability. Something I really like, so that you can play around with it, fly it around, and yeah, so that's a pretty good bonus for me. Something else that I really like about the set is how they design the tail of the spacecraft with these 2 plates here. I think those are kind of neat building techniques, and I think it looks really great. Another highlight of mine are the engines. I think they look pretty slick, nice, and also I really like how they glow, and I think they're well designed, so that's something that I like about this spaceship as well. Another thing that I really enjoy is that you can hide your astromech inside of this department. So that's something that I find is really cool, and that you can also just add the astromech head here on this turntable, I would say, yeah, that just gives it more playability. It's a little unfortunate that as you turn it, it kind of gets stuck here on the end of the stud shooters. But yeah, that's something that I like about the set as well. Another small feature that is that you can clip in your lightsaber right over here, which gives the set more playability. Now, to the things that I really don't like about the set, and a big thing that strikes out to me is the gaps of the wings along the side here and in the front. Like, this should be one solid uniform body, and to have these big gaps in there doesn't look realistic and doesn't look good in my opinion. Another big caveat that I have with this set is the windshield, because when you look at it, you'd be like, gosh, Obi-Wan Kenobi is shopping at a second-hand car dealership. That's kind of how it feels like. It's so scratched and milky, and it doesn't look good. Like, especially for me, this is brand new out of the package, and to have this part in such crappy condition is not appealing to me in any form or shape. Another thing that I really dislike about this set is the stickers. There are so many stickers on the set. Nearly every single detail was solved through a sticker. And the worst part about it is that is not even that the fact that they're so hard to apply on these angled surfaces and you can never get them perfectly straight, and it just sets me off, but that they can't even get the color right. If you look here, the white of the sticker does not match the white of the Lego brick, and it just throws off this entire illusion. This is one nicely painted spacecraft. So that's a massive caveat of mine for this set. Overall, I'd still say that this is a solid and decent spaceship and good build. Now let's have a look at the minifigures. Starting off with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think from the front, he looks pretty good, has lots of details. I also like that you can switch up his face by just turning around the head. That's always a nice bonus. I also like the hair. I think that's really illustrative of how he looked like in the movie. But it seems like from the back and side that Lego ran out of ink for this guy, because there's almost no detail. So that's quite unfortunate. The cool thing is, though, that they also included his gown that you can just add on. Now, when you look at it from the side, it more looks like that he's using a empty pillowcase as a gown, because it really just doesn't look like one cohesive big piece, as you can see in the movies. So that's kind of a little unfortunate. Now let's have a look at the second figure, which is Town Wheel, or as I like to think of it in my head, one heck of a giraffe. Nah, I'm just kidding. So I think this figure is really well done. The long and interesting head mold really is reflective of what it looks like in both the series as well as the movies. So that's a big thumbs up for me right there. And what I really like about this figure is that there's so much detail both in the front and in the back. Something that I really miss with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Last but not least, we have our astromech, which is, God, let me look at the name again, R4P117. All right, I guess that's his name. Sure enough. Yeah, your standard astromech. Not much to say about it, I'd say. Nothing spectacular, but I really like that they included it. Now, should you buy this set? Well, at a list price of $40, I still think it's pretty fair. You get a good-looking, solid Starfighter, even though it has a sticker bomb attached to it, and you get a nice-looking giraffe, an astromech, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. So all in all, for list price, I still think it's pretty good value that you're getting here. But if you can get it at a sale, like I did for roughly $30, well then that's a really good deal. So all in all, I'd say, yeah, I would recommend to buy the set. I really hope to see you at my next video. And if you didn't have a great day today, I just want you to know that, guess what? Tomorrow's another day and try again. Until then, see you next time. Goodbye.